Hey guys, XJ9 here, and today's gonna be a video about the upcoming Masterwork, Zuk, Sword, and Fracture Separate Armor changes happening on the 19th next week. Not the 19th, this next week. What day is it? The 26th it'll happen. So how do I know about this? Because if you go to the calendar and then go to, oh actually it's on Tuesday, the 27th. Must be a bank holiday, or update's always Tuesday, I actually don't know. But yeah, combat update, Masterwork, and legendary weapons powered up. Powered up, by the way. So if you look here, the Masterwork staff, sword, and bow have been granted a shared passive effect. So, about shared passive literally means they all have the same exact passive. It's just different styles. Uh, the Zuk sword, the Execute special attack has been redesigned, so new special along with a new passive effect, and the Fracture Sapphire Armor has gained a new passive effect. So I'm gonna talk about this real quick because I'll probably make another video when if the changes get announced before release, and I'll probably make a video on release, probably about my inner thoughts, and maybe I'll make another video about um testing them maybe. So I wish they did a combat beta. They said they were gonna do more combat betas, but they never did. So that's kind of weird that they didn't. So if we look at the Zuk sword, literally all it says is special attack in the Igneous Cleave, which is that whole bleed shenanigans. Oh, just not put that on. Uh, and it does have a passive, but it's not listed there. Where if you use it with a, do I have an Onyx bracelet or Berserker? I guess I don't have it, but if you use it with the Onyx necklace enchanted, you'll get, I believe, 5 or 10% more damage with the Zuk sword, which is pretty interesting. But yeah, no one, that's never been a thing, sadly, because UF is such a dominant slot, and yeah, you just don't even camp the sword because you're better off using Lings and such. So, kind of sad there. I wanted to sidetrack a little bit, but I do think the Zuk sword and Auric Laker weapons were more balanced compared to Crypt Bloom and Fracture Staff Armor, and especially the Bolas Guardian. I think if they toned down Crypt Bloom, Bolas Guardian, and Fracture Staff Armor, I think power creep would have been a lot less over like crazy right now. But sadly, instead of toning down Staff Armor in a timely manner and toning down Crypt Bloom and the Bolas Guardian, they instead, I guess, went the route of making the Lings and Zuk sword just as broken. So again, if we go to the calendar, let's talk quickly about this. So, Masterwork Staff and Bow. Uh, I wouldn't expect anything crazy based off the fact that it's all a shared effect. I think it's not going to be as good as the original like Guardian 3 drops. It won't be better than a Bolas Guardian. It won't be better than a Fracture Staff Armor. It won't be better than a Zuk sword or even Lings. So I wouldn't expect anything crazy here, especially with Amiska coming out and a new Tier 95 2H coming out with Scythe range and new Necromancy. But yeah, this is not a Necromancy update. So I wouldn't expect anything crazy there. I think they still went the route of not making them stronger than, you know, like the original weapons, because originally it was just going to be, hey, Masterwork Bow is just the Bolas Guardian, but half the effectiveness of the passive and half the effectiveness of the what do you call it, the special attack. I wonder how they would have went with that. I wonder whether they would have went with half the damage, or like, do you need double the equilibrium stacks? Probably just would have did half the damage. They actually would have been pretty close in power, actually, because a lot of the power is just getting that second shot off for like adrenaline purposes, and because more hits equals more adrenaline. And yeah, if it just was just a damage, it would have been whatever. It just seems that I'm sorry guys, I'm losing my train of thought. But it just seems that they, because of feedback of, oh, they don't want the new weapons to, not the new, the masterwork weapons to devalue the high level weapons. There's still gonna be like a side grade, as in maybe it'll be good for something, like maybe minions or something. But they'll probably just be, hey, okay, I want to range and start range bossing. Let me buy a Masterwork Bow. I'll buy Bolas Guardian last, or something like that. Like, oh, let me buy my Eldritch. Like, let me buy my Masterwork Bow, then let me buy my Eldritch, then let me buy my Dracolich armor, right? Instead of like, oh, you need a Bolas Guardian. So that's how I think of it. So I wouldn't expect anything too crazy, which is, so it's very much a nice thing for like noobs to have fun with, which I think is great. So it's a little bit disappointing the shared passive effect instead of being unique. So, you know, but at the same time, it's like I don't like power creep, and Jax is very scared of power creep right now. But I think they're gonna go all out with power creep with magic with Amiska guys. So the X skill special attack has been redesigned along with a new passive effect. So The special, again, it's not gonna be Igneous Cleave, so it's gonna be different. And it's a new passive. I wonder if the new passive will have anything to do with bleeds. Will be the Onyx? Will it still have the Onyx necklace effect of dealing more damage? We don't know. Be pretty interesting if the Onyx necklace did have some kind of use with it. I'm expecting again bleeds to still be the main, you know, spotlight, like the big thing you want to use the Exekill with, because lanes are just like damage. If I'm not sure what they're gonna do, I guess they're just gonna make it so you want to camp it. Like it's gonna be like the pass is gonna have something to do with bleeds and to encourage you to keep it on during the special. I just wonder how it's gonna work with like Nakatra, or like even using melee with lanes. Like, are you gonna have, like want to like use lanes and then like spec and then go to Zuk Sword? Like, I actually just wonder if the Zuk Sword is gonna be like you use it for 30 seconds and then you swap to lanes. Like, is this gonna be like magic? I don't know. Again, I can't really say too much, but yeah, the fact have Armor. Sorry, the fact have Armor has gained a new passive effect, so a little bit disappointing they didn't like rework the staff entirely, because you're gonna still be able to use the tier 95 wand and I guess deceit orb thing and use the Sapphire Armor special. It's just so that how magic is in the game right now is still intact. It's just, hey, is Sapphire Armor going to be good to camp with off special or even during special? We'll see. Again, can't really say too much, but I think it's a little bit disappointing. I feel like if they reworked the Sapphire Armor so you had to keep it on for the special to work, they could have well, not maybe, they could have definitely buffed the tier 95 one orb, not directly, but just buff the arm, because there could be three new magic robes, three new magic set effects this year. There's gonna be Elite Tectonic and Elite Tectonic, which is the same thing, just Elite is an upgrade. So Elite Tectonic set effect, Amiskit robe set effect, and there's gonna be Masterwork robe set effect. And then I'm not sure if it wants to be DPS or tank armor. I think they should definitely be. I'm not sure about DPS or not. I don't. I honestly forget what I say about that. You know, that's another topic. But essentially, there's gonna be three new set effects for magic. And if they separated, so Sapphire Armor you need to have it on. They could have made a bleed armor. They could have made a crit armor set. They could have made a situational armor set. I don't know. I think that would have been cool. I'm also kind of sad they didn't do hybrid, but whatever. Like a hybrid armor. Hybrid armor is so cool. Like, I actually wouldn't mind hybriding if hybrid armor was required to hybrid. Like, I really do. I don't know why they never did that. I feel like it would be so much cooler. I really do. Like, I don't know. I really think so. But I guess that's really it. I'm talking a little bit too long, in my opinion. 8 minutes. That's not bad. But I'm going to keep at that. Maybe tell me your thoughts. I was thinking about maybe doing Zamorak 2000, because some people are like, oh, where's your 2000 rage Zamorak guy? But like, I'm not joking. 1000 and 2000 rage are like essentially the same thing. You just take a little bit more damage. I'm not sure if I want to use a Rip Redeemer Calc, because the timing was like so whatever, and like the risk factor would go up so much by not using a Hellhound that like I don't know if it was worth using the Rip Redeemer Calc or even Blood Weaver back in the day I was using. I didn't do Zamorak since the Sword of Genesis buff, so he's probably a billion times easier. But even if I make my guide, you know, Amiskit's gonna come out and we're gonna have the new power creep with Necromancy, so I don't know. I might make that, maybe not. I'm not sure. It just depends how I feel. Yeah, I need to go now because my ears have been hurting me, and you know, yeah, I just gotta go. Bye. Tell me what you think. Bye.